Coming up next, the Bulls taking on the Tip. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at Toot. We know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Well, we continue to monitor how this team fares against their rivals. You might remember MP has made it his mission to beat every rival team that crosses his path.
Well, MP has sure put his money where his mouth is. He and his teammates have risen to the challenge of these rivalry matchups, achieving exactly what they set out to do. And they're looking to keep things going here tonight.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
Fisher.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Here's Dadier. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Abaji. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Driving inside. And again, another basket good from Primetime. Primetime's got his third basket of the night right there. Primetime's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Yep, it counts. 8 points for Primetime.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Pass to Paxson. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Dadier. Bank shot, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Primetime. He's got 8 and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Fisher. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to McDaniel. There's a screen over Edwards, and the Bulls with another miss. Minnesota with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. It's stolen by Green. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And now the Timberwolves on the break. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out the easy fast break basket. And check out the numbers for Anthony Edwards. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 5 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Here's Primetime. Last game we saw him score 32. Count it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bulls trail by 13. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard. Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's McDaniel. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. You're much better off making him go to the line, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Outside, Fisher. Here's prime time. 15 points in the game. Driving in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Abaji. 8 points his last outing. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Edwards from the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Takes it inside, and it's good. 2 points. 19 points for prime time.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Bulls trail by 17. Woke loose.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And the call will be against primetime. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Randall's checked in for the Timberwolves. And here are the Bulls now. Here's McDaniel. And the layup falls.
After missing his first 4 shots, good to see him finally get one to drop.
Pass to primetime. To the wing on the left. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Here's primetime, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Dadier. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Count it, good. 25 points for prime time.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Drills the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's McDaniel. He has 6. To stop the run. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's primetime, and again it's Minnesota converting.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
And the call will be against primetime. That's his third foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the wing, Green. The rebound by Edwards.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's Primetime. He gets it in there. 22. Primetime's got 32 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And that one's good. Green.
Showing off his inside game, which will complement Green's game on the outside. It'll force defenders to have to guard him in different places on the floor.
Here's Primetime. He's got 32. Bucket is good. Primetime's got 34 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Fisher throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Green. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Primetime's shot is good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside, Green. And the Bulls with another miss. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And it's Marion in the corner. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Green with the basket on the assist by Marion. Green's got 7.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against the Nuggets was tremendous. He scored 32 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this, feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Green after the made shot from Primetime, and Green slams it in.
Green is so agile. Even when Jalen has the ball in his hands, he can outrun a lot of guys.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Chicago making a switch here. McDaniels checked in, and then for Minnesota, Jeffries is checked in, and Terry's subbed in for Edwards. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's McDaniel. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 9.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the paint. Jeffries, good.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Chicago shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit tricky out there. And the basket by Rupert.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Here's Primetime, and he has 42. There's the triple. The shot, no good. Williams up on top. Right wing. From outside, off the mark. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious. The first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Minnesota on top, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We've got more in store for you right after this.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in-game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
It's hard to go wrong with anyone from this group. I'm glad we have a front row seat.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Bulls.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Robinson. Fisher is out there with Primetime. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Salon in at the power forward position.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Primetime. That shot missing. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Abaji. No good with the triple. Abaji's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Primetime. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Primetime's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Paxson passes to Abaji. And again, Chicago, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Primetime. And yep, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's McDaniel, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. McDaniel's got 17 now. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Primetime, yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's McDaniel, offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Outside, Green. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Minnesota with the rebound. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Primetime. Non-stop scoring machine here. Hangs. Chicago grabs the miss.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Abaji. Driving the lane. McDaniel, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McDaniel's got 20.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Primetime, the pass to Edwards. Here's Primetime. And another one. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
The crossover. Pass to Dadier. And it falls over the rim and in. Dadier's got 7 points.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway, but we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Here's Primetime, and good! There's another. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing, a remarkable performance from him so far.
Pass to Abaji. Sinks the three-pointer. Abaji's got his second basket.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's McDaniel. 20 points for him. That one goes in. McDaniel's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Minnesota's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
The Bulls shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. He takes it in. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
That one good for 2. 64 points for Primetime.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
There's a screen by Robinson. Primetime, the pass to Edwards. Over Paxson. And again, it's Minnesota.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
McDaniel. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And good that time. Here's McDaniel. He's got 26. From the arc, Fisher grabs the board. Fisher's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Primetime. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Green. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Salon. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Primetime. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
The Bulls shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Paxson outside. Agbaji the pass to McDaniel. And the three off target. And so Fisher will bring it up for Minnesota. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wow, Green looks almost unstoppable out there, crashing through the defense and getting into his shot.
Here's prime time. And that one goes. Incredible.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And he drives in, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
McDaniel, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Robinson passes to prime time. Pass to Fisher. Here's Salon. Clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining.
For three, Edwards.
2 minutes.
Paxson pulls it in. Paxson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stolen by Robinson. And now in transition is Fisher. Here we go. Taken away. 1:39 left in the third quarter. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's prime time. Non-stop scoring machine here. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. From deep, Fisher. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
For 3.
Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
To the middle. And it's Chicago with the rebound. McDaniel's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the 3. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Agbaji can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's prime time. In the corner, it's Robinson. Here's Salon. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Minnesota on top. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okongwu is out there with Williams. Then it's McDaniel. Then there's Marion. And it's Rupert in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's McDaniel. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Primetime. That's tipped. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Terry grabs the board. And it's Terry with the ball for the Timberwolves. Here's Primetime. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's McDaniel. And the call will be against Primetime. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.